We left off on Nundalaram and Beis. Okay, just to recap it a little bit. Reb Meir is of the opinion that Ma'aseh Sheni is Mamon Gavoa. What's the meaning of Avram, you weren't here. Ma'aseh Sheni Mamon Gavoa. That the Ma'aseh Sheni, which you take in the first and second year of the sabbatical cycle, right? Because the third year and the sixth year is Ma'aseh Oni. That goes to the poor. Mamon Gavoa means that the asset belongs to God, but you're permitted to eat it in a certain context, and it has to be Yerushalayim. That's therefore, if you mekadesh an ish going to Rabbi, ein mekudeshes, whether it's deliberate, inadvertent, because it's not your asset. Rabbi Yehuda says, Momen Hedjot, you can marry a woman. It's no different. It has kedusha, has certain restrictions, but factually, it's your asset. We rule like Reb Meir. Okay, and the Gemara says, why do we rule like Reb Meir? Because there's a stam mishnah, there's an anonymous mishnah, which follows the position of Reb Meir. And in regard to Me'ilah, although Reb Meir says if a person deliberately takes something, it's Hegdish, he transforms it from Hegdish to Chunin, we rule like Reb Yehuda. It's only in a context of Shogig, not Mezid. You do it deliberately, it retains its Kedusha status. No, Reb Yehuda, no. It's a Momen Hedjot. Why not? It's your asset. Mukudeshes. That's for a different reason. Yeah, definitely Mukudeshes. Yeah, it's the Mishnah. Because it's Momen Hedjot. It's your money. They were arguing. No, we said Shogeg not, because the person doesn't want to bother with it. Because if she would have known that she has to take Yerushalayim, she wouldn't have wanted it. That's for a different reason. Okay? So, regarding Ma'aseh Sheni, the argument's Momen Hedjot, Momen Gavoa, we rule like Reb Meir, Momen Gavoa. Regarding something, you consecrate something, Hegdish, we rule like Reb Yehuda, only with Shogeg does the transition take place, but Mezid does not take place. Right? Why? Because we have a Stam Mishnah, we have anonymous Mishnah stated in regard to Ma'aseh Sheni like Reb Meir, in regard to Hegdish like Reb Yehuda. Okay, so now the Gemara is going through. What is the Stam Mishnah? So we quoted one Stam Mishnah, that in regard to Ma'aseh Sheni, because Beis Hillel says that Ma'aseh Sheni, one doesn't have to leave anything for the poor, and so on and so forth. He can take all the Ma'aseh Sheni, press it into wine, and take it for himself to take to Yerushalayim. Okay, that's what we... So that's your Mamon Gavoa, correct? Because only from your own do you have to leave the gleanings for the poor. Our response to Reb Meir, Momen Gavoa. Okay, let's get back over here. Reb Yehuda behegdish. We'll start over there. What is the Mishnah, the Stam Mishnah, that we follow position Reb Yehuda by hegdish, that only b'shogeg does the transition take place, not b'mezid. Did not shilach bi'ad pikeach. Person sends something that was consecrated with a person who's a pikeach. Pikeach means a person who's a competent person, not unstable. The one who's commissioned to purchase something with the money, which was hegdish, initially was given to him, he wasn't aware, and the agent wasn't aware. But they weren't aware only until they come to the storekeeper. But once the money was given to the storekeeper, the sender was aware, and the one who was giving the money to the storekeeper is aware. But the storekeeper is not aware. Right? Chenvoni moal l'chashiotzi. When the chenvoni, not being aware that the money is hegdish, when he spends that money, he uses that money as his own, only then does the milah take place. Because we want to point out this point, that the b'mezid, it does not the trans. So when's the storekeeper? So the ones who gave it, are they moel? Wait a second. The one who gave it to the storekeeper, is he moel? If he's aware, that's what. So is he moel? But if you follow Rabbi Yehuda, you're not moel. That's exactly what it says. He gave it to the storekeeper where he was aware, the storekeeper wasn't aware. So although he was aware when he used the money as his own, it retains its hegdish status. But the storekeeper being unaware, when is he moel, when he uses that money as his own, when he purchases new inventory. I don't see what's so complicated. We're quoting a Mishnah. We're quoting a Mishnah. Because originally you say, okay, you're asking a kasha for Maisa, which means, we're not talking about persons just in Russia. Initially, they wouldn't take it. It's already going. Initially, it was a mistake. They would not initially take it, okay? Not the treasurer, the shliach. The shliach would say Yishlich Dvar Vaeira, the sender. The one who consecrated would be guilty. The original the one who sent it with the shliach would say, so he'd be moel. When he'd give, but it says no, the sender is not liable, the agent's not liable, and the storekeeper only when he uses that money to purchase new inventory, only that's when he's liable. So we see two things simultaneously. Mazid not, and Shogeg yes. Right? We see two things simultaneously. No, it doesn't mention any name. This is a Stam Mishnah, anonymous Mishnah. So therefore, since we have an anonymous Mishnah regarding Masasheni like Rameir, and an anonymous Mishnah like Rabbi Yehuda regarding Hegdish, therefore we rule Masasheni Momen Gavoa, and Hegdish B'Shogeg and Apet Mezid. Okay, that's what the Gemara says. That's why we rule like Rameir in one context and Rabbi in the other context. Okay, so Gemara says Rabbi Yehuda Masal Milo Tenant. We have an anonymous Mishnah, which Rabbi Yehuda Anosi had written anonymously, which seems to follow the position of Rabbi Yehuda by Masasheni, that's Momon Hedjot. So why do you favor one Stam Mishnah over another Stam Mishnah? Right? We have another Stam Mishnah here. What does it say? Votanan, Apod Masasheni, Shelo. Person has his own Masasheni, and he redeems it. The Torah says explicitly, when you redeem your own Masasheni, you have to add a fifth. It's value plus a fifth. Most of all of Chamishoso. Bein Mishelo, regardless if the Masasheni grew in his own field, Bein Shenitlo B'Matoro, or the Masasheni was given to him as a gift. As a gift. Now, if it's Moment Gavoy, you can't gift it. Right? Right? So if you can't gift it, so how does it say? You have to add a fifth, whether it's yours initially, or it was given to him as a gift. That means he acquired it. There's no you can't acquire it. If it grows in your field, it grew in your field. Okay? So initially it was yours, because when you harvest before you tithed it, it wasn't Masasheni. So who created the Masasheni? The owner of the field. Right? You can only tithe produce if it's yours. So the one who took the Masasheni originally is Ruvain. Torah says, the one who created the Masasheni, he must add the fifth. But once it's Masasheni, give it to a third party. The third party, is it his? It's not his. If it would be the gifter's asset, now it becomes his. Torah says whoever owns it, he must add the fifth. But over here, the receiver who received it cannot own it, because it's Mama Gavoa. So evidently, what is money? Ilem Ramehi. If we'll attribute this anonymous mission to Rameir, Nimotzi Yov Lebematona, you're not able to give it as a gift. It's Mama Gavoa. You can't gift it. Vama Maser Mama Gavoa. Maser Sheni's Mama Gavoa. So how does it mean he received? It was given to him as a gift. Who gave it to him as a gift? El Lav Rabbi Yehuda. So evidently, this anonymous Mishnah must follow the position of Rabbi Yehuda. So we have a problem. Why are you favoring the first Mishnah, anonymous Mishnah, to prove that we rule like Rabbi Meir and not like Rabbi Yehuda? We have another anonymous Mishnah which indicates that Rabbi Yehuda Nossi established halacha according to Rabbi Yehuda. That's Momen Hedjot. Lo Lam Rabbi Meir. This anonymous Mishnah, when it says you gifted it to him, could go like Rabbi Meir. But we have the problem. How do you gift something that's not yours? Let's say a person, he took the first tithe. You have tevel. He harvests his gemar malocha. He fully processes it, and he takes truma, takes meiser. Now he's supposed to take first and second year of the sabbatical. He has to take maser sheni. He takes the produce and he gives the produce as a gift. Before he takes maser sheni, he gives it to a third party. And now the third party takes the maser sheni. So who created the maser sheni? The third party, right? Not the one who gifted him the produce. Because the produce, when he gave it to him, maser sheni wasn't yet tithed. So we'll discuss in a minute. So he gifted him the produce, which had within it maser sheni. But the maser sheni was not separated yet. Correct? Okay, good. Yovan betiv leuksover is very important. Ma'atonish lo hurmu k'mishu hurmu damyan. Okay, give you an example. The halacha is that if you have a non-consecrated animal and you slaughter it, the zroh l'chaim v'akeva, the forearm, the zroh l'chayim, the cheeks and the tongue, and the keva, one of the stomachs have to be given to a kohen as a gift. Have to be given to a kohen as a gift. Okay? Now, after you slaughter, before you remove it from the animal, is it already called moment kohen? Is it already considered the gift, the asset of the kohen, even before you give it to him? Once it's slaughtered, just after you slaughter it. No, it's behemoth chulin. Behemoth reg. This is one of the gifts that you give to a kohen, right? So the Gemara says in chulin that if you have the opinion that matonu shelo humru k'mish hurmadomi, that even before the gift is separated, as the zrol chaim akeva, it's already as if you separated them. It's already moment kohen before. What would the difference be? Let's say a person will go and destroy the animal. Is he destroying moment kohen? Is he a damager? Let's say he'd have makiri kuna. There's aloha that if you have your exclusive kohen that you always give your tithe to, that particular gift to, even before you give it to him, it's already considered his. Normally, the Gemara says, if I take truma, a mafresh truma, I tithe truma, and I destroy the truma, does any kohen have a claim to me? So the Gemara says no, because it's mom shein lo tovim, because there's no one kohen could say you destroyed my truma, because it's considered mom and shevet. It belongs to all kohanim. But let's say it's makir kun. I have my exclusive kohen that I always give that kohen the truma to, and then you destroy it, and you destroy it. You're a mazik. Even though physically he did not take possession of it, that truma is considered that kohen's truma, and you're a mazik, and you have to compensate him. There's restitution, because it's as if you gave it to him. After you would give it to him, you would actually damage it or destroy it. What would the halacha? I mean, you're a mazik. You're a damager. Damager has to pay restitution. So if you hold matar shel muhurmu k'mishur madami, that even before they're removed from the animal, we already see them as matnas kuna, as the gift. So therefore, if a case of makir kuna, it's considered his already. So we're saying something similar here, that if you're of the opinion that even before the maser sheni is removed, ready, we see it as if it's called maser sheni, although factually it's not maser sheni, but it's like I gave you maser sheni. Factually, does it have kedushas maser sheni? It's only regarding the monetary interest. So you have when I gave it to you, as if I gave you the monetary interest of maser sheni. When does it assume maser sheni, kedushas maser sheni? When it's identified. When it's identified, for instance. No, this truma is different, because truma is a machlok rishonim. What is truma before you tithe it? Okay. See, by maser sheni it's different, because maser sheni is a very specific amount. It's 10%. Truma, it's an open issue. You could give one kernel. You could give 99.9% of all the produce. It could be truma, because it's not called zrochaim v'akeva. It's identified, right? So therefore, it's very specific. So the Gemara says over here, he gifted to him to the other party before he took maser sheni. So if you have the opinion the madash lahormu, the gift, even before it's tithed, we see it tithed in a certain context. You can't see it tithed that already has kedushas maser sheni, because then we're back to the original question. If Maser Sheni is Mama Gavoa, you're not gifting him the Maser Sheni, right? So therefore, in terms of the monetary ownership, monetarily, it's considered the receivers. But in terms of the tithes, but who created the Maser Sheni? To identify which it is, which is it, that's the one who tithed it. So we say, if you originally created it, if you should redeem it, you pay a fifth. And principal plus a fifth. And if you receive it as a gift, as what? In Tevel, so who created it? The receiver created it, because he tithed it. So we're saying, again, it's only the one who creates the Maser Sheni, that is the person who must add the fifth. That's the understanding. Let's say, so according to, let's say Reuven will give his Maser Sheni to a third party. Gift it. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to add the fifth. I mean, he could take it, redeem it, and take to Yerushalayim. He could take to Yerushalayim. Why? He could redeem it. But he doesn't have to pay a fifth, because like he received it as Maser Sheni. If you receive it as no. Not where he tithed. Reuven tithed the Maser Sheni. Now he says, look, I can't go to Yerushalayim, take it. Mate says, you know something, and I can't even afford to redeem it. I can't bother with it. So Shimon says, I'll redeem it. So when Shimon does the redemption, does he have to add a fifth? The answer is no, because he didn't create it, he never acquired it, so therefore he doesn't add the fifth. But if he wants to eat it in Yerushalayim, take the money, he has to redeem it, right? If he's not taking the produce. He has a chiyuv. He says he doesn't want to bother with it. He says, you take the produce, you do it. So, no, because again, the chomesh is determined by the one who creates it. If I want to give tevel to another party, right? First, it's not simple. You have a chiyuv to take it. Let's say I don't want to eat truma. I don't want to eat truma. I don't want to eat the produce, and I leave it in a state of tevel. And I said, I'll give the tevel to a third party. Was it mevatel mitzvah? It's not. If you want to partake of the produce, you must tithe it. You have to take the proper tithes. A, B, C. Okay? According to Rameir. According to Rameir. It was saying this could go like Rameir. So we're saying, but if he would have given it to him directly as Maser Sheni, he wouldn't have the fifth. Because it's Mama Gavoa. Right. If you hold like Rabbi Yehuda, even if you receive a gift, you get a fifth, because whoever owns it must pay the fifth. According to Rameir, the only one no one ever owns it. So what do we speak of? The one who creates it, who creates the Maser Sheni. So once it's created, it ends there. So we could have a case. So why does it say Maser Sheni? The answer is because Matonish Lahumra Kamishum Mudami. Toshma, Hapodin Neter Ravai Shelo. Okay? We discussed Neter Ravai. We spoke before. Keren Ravai. Most of it of Chamishoso. Right? You have an orchard. Like we discussed, you had a vineyard. What happens in the fourth year? First 3 years is Orlo. Fourth year, you take the produce, take to Yerushalayim. If you don't want to take to Yerushalayim, you're not able to take it, you redeem it. Whoever redeems it has to add a fifth. Podin et Raishlo Mosel of Chamishiso, Bein Mishalo, Bein Shnitlo B'matona. What? Same thing. Moni Ilem Remain Motzi Ovle Gabri Kodesh Maser. We said that Neter Ravai is the same as Maser. That was Basila before. El Labra Buda, Lolam Rameir. My skin go the Yov Kishu Smador. Now we're speaking something interesting. Now, the laws of Orla pertain to what? To a fruit. Right? Orla is the fruit. The fruit is Orla. What about before it develops sufficiently that it can be classified as a fruit? You can benefit from it. Let's say it's a bud. It's a bud on the tree. It hasn't yet developed into what we would call a fruit, whatever fruit is, because it's unclear. It's machlokes what a fruit is. It's just a bud. The halacha is it's definitely not Orla. If it develops further into a fruit, and it's part of one of the first 3 years, it's orla. It's off, you're not permitted to benefit from it. It has to be burnt, whatever, right? That's not if it's a bud. Smador, which musas now, is more than it's more. It's developed as a very unripened grape. It has something. It had an encasement. The encasement falls away, and now you have this very premature fruit. It's far from fully ripening. That's called smador. Okay? Called the yov kshu smador. Udlok Rabbi Yossi. So now there's machloks tanoim. This fruit that's called smador, which is a very early development of the fruit, is that too early classified as a fruit, or is it a fruit? If you say it's not a fruit, so then what? I could gift it, right? Because it's the 4th year. We're talking the 4th year. Masashe neter ravai is mamon gavoa. But that's only if it's a fruit. If it's a fruit, it's called neter ravai. It's the yield of the 4th year. But if it hasn't developed sufficiently, it's not called a fruit. So I'm gifting you what? The equivalent of gifting you a bud. A bud I could gift you, right? Because it hasn't developed sufficiently to be a fruit, to be considered mamon gavoa. So the yov kshu smador, look Rabbi Yossi. Dama smador osur, they should pre. Rabbi Yossi says that during the first 3 years, if you have smador on a tree, that's the level of development, it's orla. It has to be burnt. Although it's a very early stage of development, doesn't make a difference. No. Same thing. No. The fruits of the 3rd year are off limits. The fruits of the 4th year, you have to take to shalayim. What is a fruit? So if you have smador, whatever stage of development that is, it will be during the 3rd year, you're permitted to benefit from smador. Rabbi Yossi says no. Why? Because that's called a fruit. So in the 4th year, that's called mamon gavoa. Of course, the fruit of the 4th year is mamon gavoa. But if you argue Rabbi Yossi during the 3 years, smador is not a fruit, and therefore you're permitted to benefit from it, because it's not called fruit. So therefore, in the 4th year, that's not called neter ravai, because it's only the fruit, the produce of the 4th year you must take to Yerushalayim. It's not classified as produce yet, because it hasn't developed sufficiently to be classified as a fruit. You could eat it. I mean, it's barely edible. You could eat it wherever you want. It's like you want to nibble on vegetation, right? Because there's no... it's not orla. It's not a fruit. It's not orla. Also, Rabbi Yossi says no. If it develops to be classified as smarter, it's orla. And if it's orla, that means the 4th year. At that stage of development, that's called neter ravai. It's mamon gavoa. So we're speaking about he gifted it when it was smador, not according to Rabbi Yossi. That's what it says. That's exactly what it's saying. Toshma. No, so it's no proof. It's no proof. We're still Reb Meir. We rule like Reb Meir. How do you gift it? Because he gifted it at an early stage of development with smador, which is not classified as a fruit. Toshma. Now, interesting case. Moshe remenu masa sheni masa besela. Well, he speaks liftoso. Ruvain has masa sheni, okay, and he gives it to Shimon. Shimon takes possession of the masa sheni. Ruvain has masa sheni, gives to Shimon. Shimon takes possession, and it's worth a sela. Lo he speaks liftoso. Acha omad b'shtayim. Okay. And he didn't have a chance to redeem it until the value went up to 2. When he took it from Ruvain, Shimon took it from Ruvain, it was worth 1. He does an act of acquisition, and now the market price is this fruit is now worth 2. Now, what does he owe? What does he owe Ruvain? Does he owe him 1 or does he owe him 2? Took possession. We'll see in a moment. We'll see, but the Gemara will say, if you're of the opinion that it's hegdish, there's because anything which has a consecrated status, the only way that you can take possession is only through a monetary. You have to give money. A physical possession is not sufficient to take possession. So if that's the case, when Shimon took it from Ruvain, right, taking physical possession is not sufficient. That's by something which is ordinary. But over here, the Gemara can quote a puzzle. It says, "V'nosla kesef v'komlo." Only when you've given the value, that's when the transfer takes place. That's when the pigeon takes place. But until you actually redeem it, it's considered, it retains its original status and its original owner. Okay? So, Moshe Chaimenu Maseh B'Sela V'lo Hispik Livdoso Ad She'omed B'Shtayim. So Shimon has it now, and before he had a chance to redeem it, to convert it into ordinary, so now when it becomes ordinary, what is it? It's worth twice when he gave him originally, right? Nosen Sela Mistaka B'Sela. He pays the first person a Sela, and he makes a Sela. U'Maseh Sheni Shelo. And the Maseh Sheni belongs to him, meaning the coin that he redeemed it on, his own coin, that coin of which is Kedushas Maseh Sheni is Shimon's. Correct? So he has, the produce is worth 2 coins. And the coin that he used, it was an investment of one seller, and value, he has a value of 2 sloim. He pays him 1 seller. Because it was only worth a seller when he took it, when he acquired it. Wait, so that's the first question. That's the first question. Money, this Mishnah that we're quoting, who do we attribute it to? If we attribute to Reb Meir, who holds its moment gavoah, right? Amai mistake b'sela. Why does he gain a selah? It's the Torah says regarding anything that has a consecrated status. V'nosna es hakesef v'komlo amar rachmana. You must give something of value. Only then does the transfer take place. Elalav Reb Yehuda. So evidently we're speaking about what is Maseh Sheni. It's moment hedged. It's an ordinary acquisition. So if it's an ordinary acquisition, he acquires it. When he takes physical possession, he acquires it. So what does he owe him? Ayu Yisela. Ayu Yisela. Now, after the conversion, when it's in my possession, it doubles in value. So I take a coin to redeem it. So it cost me what? That coin I'll give you. So I have 2. I have a coin plus the value of the produce, which is ordinary produce. I mean, I have difficulty over here. First of Rashi is difficult over here anyway. I mean, for your opinion, it's Ma'aseh Sheni Moma Gavoa. If he would owe him only a selah, you say he owes him a selah. But according to him, what do you mean? He should owe him nothing. What do you mean he owes him? If I have Ma'aseh Sheni worth a selah, I give it as a gift to it. I sell it to a third party. Does he have to give me a selah? I mean, how do you sell it? You can only demand money for something that you own. But if you're of the opinion, it's Mama Gavoa. It's like the Kohen. A Kohen has his chatos, and he wants to sell to his fellow Kohen. You can't sell something that's not yours. You have an eating right, but you have no financial claim. What do you mean you have a financial claim to the other person? Right? When you transfer ownership rights, I have a financial claim to you. But if it's Mama Gavoa, what did you transfer it to me? Nothing. You allowed me to eat something that you had a right to eat.
But it hasn't worth.
No, it has no worth. You can't be Mekadosh Anisha with it. Right? If you marry a woman that she's any Mekudeshes, whether it's Shlomim or whether it's Chatos, and that's the mission before. Or it's Maseh Sheni, it's Mama Gavoa. The Gemara seems to only have difficulty. Why does the purchaser make the extra selah? He never acquired it. Forget about never making the extra selah. How did he originally transfer it even for the 1 selah? He didn't redeem it. Didn't redeem it.
He's selling it. Reuben is redeeming his Maseh Sheni.
No. It says Moshchen Maseh B'Sela V'lo Hispik Livdoso Ad She'omed B'Shtayim. No sin selah. He didn't pay for it. So we say he redeems with the seller, and he gives him back the seller, and now he has produce, which is worth 2. Right? The owner doesn't have any coins. He says, he says, you take the produce, and what? And redeem it. And now it goes up in value when it's in the possession of Shimon, before he redeems it. So it says, because Shimon already acquired it, he only has to give the seller back to what? To the original person who had the produce. And what he made a coin. He made a seller. So it says, if it goes up, why does he make the profit? How did he ever acquire it? Right? That's the first question. But how did he sell it? Why does he even have to give back the seller? Give him nothing. Okay, let's talk just basics. I have Ma'aseh Sheni. Somebody wants to take it away from me. He says, look, it's my Mom Gabal, take it. I have Maisa Sheni. If it's Mom Gavo, I already tied it. If somebody steals it from me, did he do the wrong thing? Why? It's not yours. And it's still Mom Gavo. I took the Yerushalayim, I ate it the way it's supposed to be eaten. The answer is you do have an interest. You do have an interest. You have eating rights. You don't have an interest to use it as your asset to transact things, to marry a woman. But regarding eating rights, I have it. So if I'm asking you to redeem it on my behalf, I don't have any coins. I'm giving it to you for a seller, and I want you to redeem it and give it back to me. So the seller that has kedusha, the kedusha on that seller, whose kedusha is it? It's the kedusha of Ruvain. Because when you redeem something, whatever kedusha is on that original produce transfers onto the coin. So the coin is no different than the original produce. So that's what we're saying. So if he acquires it and he hadn't yet redeemed it and it doubles in price, he only has to take one coin, redeem it, he gives it back. What do you mean? He should have to, if the eating rights, he has eating rights in something which is worth 2 coins, he should have to give it back to him. And yet it says that the receiver, he owns the produce. So how do we understand it? It says, so again, we have a Mishnah, anonymous Mishnah, which seems to say, we follow the position of Rabbi Yehuda. The Masa Sheni is Mom and Hedjot. Therefore, an ordinary acquisition can be made. See, Rashi himself says something difficult here. We rule halacha. We discussed this. Are Mos Konos or Mashiach Kona on a Torah level? We had this earlier. It's Machlokes Rabbi Yochanan and Rish Lakish. Right? Rabbi Yochanan says Mos Konos. What? On a Torah level, every acquisition, you have to give money or value. Rish Lakish says no, even if you physically you pull it, it's enough. So Rashi says over here, if it would be not Mom Gavoa, so then we understand why Mashiach is considered an acquisition. But if it's Hegdish, it's Mom Gavoa, the Pasuk says, V'komlo, you have to give monetary value. And he didn't give monetary value. So what? But that means Rashi, we're going over here not according to La Halacha. According to Rabbi, Mashiach is only called Midrabanan. Mashiach is only an acquisition, only on a rabbinic level. On a Torah level, there's no such thing as Mashiach. You have to give value. It's only here. We're speaking here on the Torah level. Take a look in Rashi. He says, "Shamase moment hedjit v'nikne b'mashicha." It's a moment hedjut, and you acquire it through mashicha. But the Torah says noskes ukomno, and hegdish nikne b'mashicha. Hegdish you cannot acquire hegdish with mashicha. D'chsibe v'yosef v'chamishis kes v'ercha olav ukomno, vein shtar v'chazok kone karka osov. V'lo mashicha es metaltlin. If a person wants to purchase hegdish, a piece of property belongs to hegdish. Normally you transfer property with what? With a document. Or chazoka. You demonstrate ownership. Hegdish doesn't work. You have to take value, and you say the kedusha of the property should transfer onto the coins. That's the only way you can redeem a piece of property. Right? Something that's consecrated. So the same thing over here. If we say Ma'aser Sheni has the same status as something that's consecrated, how by taking physical possession, how was the ownership transferred? But I'm saying, Rashi, what do you mean Mashiach? Mashiach is nothing. Mashiach even for metaltlin is not a kinyan. According to Rish Lakish, but we're talking on a Torah level here. Torah level. Right? So how do we understand it? We discussed at one time not really proof. We discussed if Kinj Rabbanan Mehanan Doraisa, if the Rabbanan legislated an act of acquisition, does the Torah recognize that act of acquisition? Right? Does the Torah recognize it? But again, it doesn't make a difference. Here, let it be rabbinical. Factually, the Torah says the only way this could be redeemed, or you could take possession, is only if you give value. So let Mashiach be Rabbanan. Or factually, we're saying he has the right to the profits. The one who actually redeemed it, because he took possession. But when you took possession, it's still the original person's. So what do you make the profit, the extra coin? So evidently, who's it going like this Mishnah? The Mishnah seemingly is following the position of Rabbi Yehuda, that it's Mom and Hedjit. It's not Mom and Gavor. That's the Gemara's question. On that, the Gemara answers. So again, so we're back to the original. Why do we rule like Reb Meir regarding Maaseh Sheni? Because we have a Stam Mishnah. We have an anonymous Mishnah. So Gemara is asking, but we have another anonymous Mishnah, which indicates, which follows the Mishnah Reb Yehuda. So why do we prefer one anonymous Mishnah, give preference to another anonymous Mishnah? Right? We have two anonymous Mishnayos over here. No. We only had one. We had Beis Hillel. Beis Hillel, we prove is Reb Meir. The other ones we said, no, you could learn it either way. It's no proof. No. On that, the Gemara answer is, Elav Olam Reb Yehuda. I'll tell you, it is going like Reb Yehuda. This last Mishnah we quoted. It's one because we have another anonymous Mishnah. What's right? We'll see. Edus is a tractate which you have over there many various halachas discussed, and there was a definitive conclusion how we rule in Edus. Edus is considered, we'll see in a moment, is considered, it has a whole different status. Rabbi Yehuda Nossi, when he wrote the Mishnayos and Edus, that's the final word in halacha. Gemara's going to ask. So Gemara asks, Istam adavka mali chadstam mali treistam. If the force of an anonymous Mishnah is because there's no argument mentioned in the Mishnah, so what difference does it make if one Mishnah versus two? It's all the same. If Rabbi Yehuda wrote the Mishnah anonymously, that proves that what? We follow that position. So how do we know that the two have greater value than the one? We should be in a quandary. Amar Rav Nachman Yitzchak halacha Reb Meir hold utanan bebechirta kavosei. Since the halacha Maaseh Sheni Mama Gavo is written in the Mishnah, which is bechirta. Bechirta means it's the choicest of the Mishnayos. Edus is considered the most special of all the Mishnayos. It's the most definitive position of Reb Yehuda Nossi. That's the reason why we follow that Mishnah. So since in Edus, Reb Yehuda Nossi, as he writes the Mishnah, we follow the position of Reb Meir. It's written anonymously. Therefore, halacha Reb Meir, the Maaseh Sheni is momon gavoa. No, but that does not. 2-to-1 means nothing. So take a look. Mesech Edus Kori Bechirto. Why is it called Bechirta? The choices of Mishnayos. Shechol divrei me'idu m'pi gedolim v'alocha k'mosan. Because since it was stated in the Beis Medrash in the names of Gedolim, therefore that was the source of the information. That's the reason why those statements are the most definitive in the context of halacha. That's why the anonymous Mishnayos of Edus have greater value than another anonymous Mishnah.